Welcome folks to the Gears Tactics playthrough. We've made it into Act 2. Now if you're joining me for the first time, thanks for tuning in. If you're looking for a specific episode, maybe to get some tips or some tricks to help you get through it, or do you just want to watch how I did a certain fight, there is a playlist with all of the videos in it. They're all insane, they're all no deaths, and occasionally I will do bonus achievements and missions in them. As always, thanks for tuning in. There are plenty of ways to support the content. You can like, comment and subscribe and ring the bell, and make sure to check receive notifications always for this channel. That means you're not going to miss a video. We're going to begin it on Insane, Act 2, no deaths, and we're going to play through it, and we'll roll the video now. I'll go quiet during some cutscenes and, you know, try to let some dialogue play so it's a bit more fun, and then I'm just going to talk over sort of what was going through my mind, what were some moves, why I made them. Let's get into the video. Hopefully you enjoy it, and hopefully I'll see you in some future videos. Alright, let's roll the video.
And COG, rookies and vets. Our little army has plenty of friction. If we're gonna take out Ukon, we gotta learn to work together. That starts here. Mission's all about teamwork. Dig in near both crates and load the supplies we need to upgrade our army. Remember, we don't work together.
Alright, so we're moving on to Act 2, Chapter 1. This mission is called Taking Stock, and it's another sort of control the objective, capture the hill-esque style mission. And I'm just going to begin by carrying some of my units forwards, spreading them out and not trying to take too much of a risk. We've got, new to the team, we've got Miss Cowgirl Violet. She's the long-haired librarian with a bit of a tongue-in-cheek name that we created. We've got also Stotty, we've got couple other people in the team with us. Now we're going to be introduced immediately to a boomshot, and wasn't sure what to expect at all when this boomshot appeared. So in my head, a boomshot's like this big rocket that one-shots you. However, in this game, it's kind of like a grenade launcher that he lobs towards you, and if he hits you, which we'll demonstrate in a moment as my Overwatch pins him back for a second, he's going to fire this heavy shell out, this boom shot, and he sort of lobs it up into the air like a grenade launcher, and if it doesn't kill you and it hits cover, you're going to be shell shocked. Now shell shocked means you're going to have less accuracy and you can't move nearly as far. So he's a pretty tanky guy as well. He has like 3,000 health, so I figured initially being greeted by him I would just see how long it takes me to kill, and that was the play so far, was just kill the boom shot. I figured I'm not going to be able to capture any of these points until the boom shot's dead, so right now I'm just kind of moving my soldiers around. We've got Gabe, he's going to try throw a grenade, and the reason he's throwing a grenade is to get this guy out of Overwatch and also kill him, and then we specifically dealt with the boom shot, and that's the goal. So this is all we're doing, we're pushing up, and the idea is to kill the boom shot, I think, as fast as possible, because otherwise you're going to get overrun, and we all know that when you get overrun in this game, it becomes really difficult to just basically think of a move without getting pincered. So I just used all of my turns and all of my damage abilities to kill this guy. Grenades, buffed up headshots, snipes, all kinds of stuff went down, and we cleared it. So then I was like, right, I'm pretty sure you're probably not meant to kill the boom shot that fast, and you know, I used everything, so I figured I would immediately get into the hill, plant a grenade and run away, but run away into an area where I'm still in the hill, and immediately keep capturing. The last time I played one of these capture-based missions, it felt much easier to do if you get in the hill as fast as you can, then you don't get sort of overrun. And I noticed the boom shot there actually has dropped a boom shot, so I picked that up just out of interest to see what it does. And I'm just then going to move one of my units over to the right hand side. The reason is the hills are really close together, so I was thinking I might be able to cover both hills at once, unlike the previous episode.
Good. First round collected.
So Violet is covering the left hand side, I'm kind of covering the right hand side, and Stotty's just in the middle with a boom shot. And I was thinking, you know, maybe I could push right up to the right hand side here, get straight into that supply as soon as possible, but then I might be dealing with fights on both fronts. So I kind of played it half and half and sat the Widowmaker Cindy Sniper back just a little bit and just again re-overwatch that position. And I figured, well, I've got a boom shot, and you know, I probably should get height advantage with it as well to make the most sort of advantage I can with it, and that was the play. The rest of my units just stayed in the hill. You want to try and stay in the hill, I think, as early as you can and as long as you can, because there's going to be a point in this mission where I feel like you get overrun and there's not much you can do about it. So yeah, try and get those points as early as you can, because you can imagine now when they drop off all these units, the wretches, the grenadiers, it's going to be pretty difficult if you've also got a boom shot in that middle bit that you didn't take care of, and maybe a boom shot on the right and left. Because remember, it's capture the hill-esque. You need to be in the hill at all times, which obviously makes it more difficult.
Time to get to work.
So we got our first checkpoint because we've reached a certain amount of points. I believe that's why that happened, or a certain amount of enemies have been dropped off. Either way, I got a checkpoint and I figured, right, let's do the same process again. Let's fully clear out one area and then that hill is safe to capture. So now my goal was to try and clear out this hill in one move, and then Gabe can still stay in the hill. So what I did was I tagged a grenade and I moved back. I figured the wretches might run into it. And then Miss Violet can just sort of... She can just sort of overwatch a generic area. I sort of watched the right-hand side, I was thinking, because the wretches are probably going to go into that grenade. And Stotty on this roof has a great shot with a boomer. And this is the first time ever using a boom shot, so as you can see, it launches that boomer and manages to kill 3 wretches. And again, my idea here is just kill as many things as possible and do as much damage as possible. So I'm shooting that grenadier, obviously, so then when he eventually gets close, it is going to be a lot lower health and more easy to deal with. And also, whilst I was up on this roof, I figured I'd just go for the percentage shot on that wretch, and we've cleared it out pretty well. And actually, this defensive area kind of went okay. I'm still in the ring, so I'm still gaining a point. And so far, nothing too deadly spawned. You can see here, though, that these wretches do push up really close. And that is a little bit sketch. So I decided to immediately deal with the threat and chainsaw the grenadier with Miss Violet. And that's going to give everyone an extra sort of point. And then just shoot this wretch. And just again, the idea I was going for was to deal with everything as soon as I can. That way I can stay in the hill and not be overwhelmed. So if you have a turn where you think you can kill everything, obviously you should probably do that. And I'm just shooting these. They're all like 90% shots. And I'm clearing out this sort of first hill area pretty well. And the sniper here is just sort of pulled back and is kind of flanked. And he's sort of shooting these from the side. And again, I'm using all of my points and all of my action points to just shoot and remove all of the enemies off the map. Because I figured, again, there's probably going to be more to this level than the game's letting on. So when I can, I'll just shoot anything that has a decent percentage, you know, like this, like the 60+%, and just see how that goes. And I swapped to the pistol to get a 100% chance, so I figured, well, I may as well kill that, and that's another thing that I don't have to deal with. So at the moment, I've got one guy on the roof. Figured I may as well pick the box up whilst I'm there. I haven't touched the right-hand ring, and I'm currently defending this area. You can see here I wasn't actually in the ring for that point, so that was kind of a misplay. I probably should have got back in the ring, but I didn't have enough action points after shooting all of the others to deal with all of the enemies and then get back in the ring. So I figured I'll just stay outside for one turn. So now you can see, kind of like the very beginning of the mission, the hill's kind of quiet and there's no enemies, which is going to give me a free turn. So because the hill's kind of quiet, I figured someone's going to spawn. So I just overwatched the area, and I figured nothing's going to spawn inside the ring because I don't believe the game works like that. So I pushed somebody right up into the ring, and then set Stotty up to just maybe overwatch the entrance. I just picked a random entrance and overwatched it. And again, because I don't think anything can spawn inside the ring, I just pushed one person up there because, well, it's an extra point, isn't it? And I've just cleared the battlefield, so it's going to take a bit of time for their reinforcements to reach the hill. Now we get into a sort of a situation where there is a boom shot right coming towards me, and now I'm defending both hills. This is where it can get a bit awkward, so what I decided to do was drop Stotty down into the hill, and after some failed attempts, there was I'm forgetting the word, an emergence hole that spawns on that mark. So I move Cindy Sniper to the emergence hole, and now my aim is to just not die on this turn to this boom shot that's going to walk in. So I throw a grenade and deal with as many wretches as I can. Obviously, because they can go anywhere, they're hard to read, hard to deal with, and I didn't want to do that. And I'm going to push Miss Violet up here and throw another grenade. And the aim of this grenade was just to push the boom shot back, like physically. That means maybe it can't get in range to fire or walk into the hill. You know, maybe it just pushes it out of range. And then I went and finished off the wretch. So at this point, this is just a bit of a gamble. I'm just kind of hoping that the boom shot doesn't walk in here and kill me. And as it got closer and closer, I felt I was for sure dying. Turns and locks on, aims at me. However, I'm in cover and I only get the shell shocked. And now the reinforcements are coming into the right hand hill, and that's another boom shot. So I wasn't sure exactly how to play this, because I don't think two people can kill this boom shot at all. And I don't think I can sort of stall it out or push it away. I don't have any knockback. So I was a bit not sure really what to do. So I did the basic maneuver. I planted a grenade just to kill this emergence hole. So do note that is where it spawns if you ever want to put a grenade down. And then I figured, alright, I'll just run away from that situation. And what I decided to do was just not fight the boomer. I just decided to run away. I figured I've got enough points out of that hill that the boomer can now have that area. Because if you noticed, I cleaned out that left hand side twice. I figured a third time would be pushing it. So I ran away, and I realised that there's only 2 supply left on that hill, meaning at best, even if he captures both supply, the game still continues. So I just decided to run away, and everyone else just overwatched up. That was the idea behind it, really. But you can see coming up that it does get a little bit hectic. And it's definitely, I think, the correct play is to capture those points early. Because if you don't capture them early and get in that hill early, you're going to get overrun. So here, I thought I played this quite well. I thought the grenade interrupted the boomer, and then he wouldn't be able to shoot. But then he spins, and this animation plays, and I was like, what? Am I dead? He actually shot over the roof, and sort of boomered/mortared the area that knocked me down, but it didn't kill me. And because I'm still in this area, I gain another point. So now I only need 2 points to win. Yeah, so I only need 2 points to win. But we've got a boom shot to the left and a boom shot to the right. So I figured, right, Stotty retreats, he covers the backside of these wretches. And now I throw a grenade to deal with this remaining wretch. That's all I really could think of. There might have been a better move there. Maybe, you know, Violet could have covered those wretches and Stotty overwatched the entrance of the boomer. That could have been a better play. And with Gabe, I figured Gabe's never going to be able to get over there to support and be useful. So I'm now going to hide him and just decide to try survive in this hill for 2 points. And that was my game plan. So the boomer walks forward. It's a pretty kind of, it's not a bad situation, but it's not great. I actually survived that shot, which is the important one, obviously, because if it kills me, it's game over, and another boom shot gets dropped in to the left. So you can see that if this goes on any longer, it's going to be pretty difficult to survive. So effectively what needs to happen now is they've destroyed that supply, so that's gone. And I need to survive just for one more turn in this hill. However, it's pretty difficult to survive because I've got a wretch to deal with, and I've got a boom shot that's going to walk in here and blow me up. And I don't know how I'm going to survive in the ring whilst also not being boom shotted, because I can't kill the boomer. So after some ideas, what I decided to do was Overwatch. But then I thought to myself, I'm still probably going to die. That's not going to stop anything. Can I grenade the boomer? Maybe I can grenade it away. Couldn't really find a grenade, so I pushed up and went for another grenade. That was the play. Just to again knock it away, because I figured I can't kill it. Maybe I can knock it away. Because if this boom shot walks into the area and shoots, I'm definitely dead. So then I figured if it shoots, I'm probably definitely dead. So I might want to be in cover, so I push her into cover, because maybe then that only gives me shell shocked and doesn't blow me up. And I figured, well, if I'm going to just hide in cover and pray, I may as well just start shooting. So I begin to shoot, and dealing some pretty decent shots, but nothing game ending. And I end my turn here. And the boom shot walks in, and I was like, right, I've definitely won if I've survived. However, what I didn't account for was if he gets in the circle, you don't get the point. So because I was in cover, you can say I only got shell shocked. So I made the right move staying in cover, but now I have a boom shot that I definitely have to kill on this turn, and I really wasn't sure what the best method to kill him was. So here was my idea. I go up top with Stotty, and I'm going to suppress him. So that means he can't move. So at least I could maybe run away and deal with him in another turn. However, I did a crit, and he got suppressed. So he's actually getting kind of low. And I figured, alright Gabe, you're doing nothing. So I'll re-empower Stotty. That's going to give him another turn. Because I'm on this high ground, it's going to give me a 100% chance. And amazingly, I push him out of the circle and he's suppressed.
What's next?
So, next round, he can't move. He's out of the circle, so I've definitely won. However, he could still shoot and kill me, which I was wary about. So I used precision shot to give me more accuracy, more crit chance. Land another big shot. He's now going down pretty low. And then I'm going to use my final turn with Violet here, just to shoot. And amazingly, it's a 100% chance. And a couple shots, and it's going to go down. And amazingly, we managed to take down that boom shot. And we're going to capture this last point and win the mission. So I enjoyed that mission. They're always intense, the whole the mission ones, but they're good fun. Hopefully you picked up some tips there, or you enjoyed it. Leave a like and a comment, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Supply target reached. Solid teamwork, people. This will buy us some much-needed upgrades. Prepare for evac.